What is up, YouTube? HBJ here. How are you guys doing? I know it's been a while because I have not posted much content on YouTube. Obvious reasons that as of February 2nd, 2026, which is literally in a couple of days, the TCG is going to have Harpie's Featherstorm banned. And Harpie players have been trying to scramble for ideas and what to do without Featherstorm. And it's gonna suck because we literally did just rely on this card for years, almost a decade since it's been released, and we still have not gotten any new Harpie support that in the last 3 years. Because the last Harpie card we got is the OCG import of Harpie's Pet Dragon Curse and Fire Block. Because remember, Rush Duel is separate from the TCG, and there is no TCG print of the Harpie cards outside of what's on Duel Links. And even you can't use Rush Duel cards in the TCG because they have their own different setup. So it's been very difficult for Harpie players. I know some have used the Primite stuff, some have used Raziel, some were even using Radiant Typhoon, the wind archetype that came out a couple of months ago. But it's not consistent in a lot of cases, because those engines were just using their resources to speed up the process to go get Featherstorm, and then to set up Featherstorm. While Harpies had to legitimately just sit there and be like, alright, look, we'll just wait in phase of static time, and then here's Featherstorm. I hope to draw into it with draw cards and all of that. So imagine that your archetype's most consistent support card that you already are struggling to put into hand from deck or grave is now also getting hit because other decks found ways to use that. That's literally what Konami did. It's like, oh, this card's getting way too strong in these competitive decks, so we're going to stop them from using it in the archetype that it was meant for. Like, well, Konami, you designed the card, while you didn't fix it in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! You only used it because all the other Omni-Negate cards were still getting banned. So all the floodgates and stuff, as y'all want to call it, like, let's be real, some of you guys just complained about anything, and then all the cards just ban all the shit at that point. If I want to feel a little salty, go ahead, just ban all the shit. But what can we do? Because there's really nothing we can do. Like, I'm looking at different scenarios, and all of them revolve around, this and that, this and that. So it's very, very difficult. It's very, very hard. Well, yes, I'm trying to be optimistic of it. It's really difficult when we hadn't had any consistent waves of support. We've had just a couple of reprints, and they were Harpie Chandler and Harpie's Featherstorm. That's it. None of the cards that haven't been reprinted in over X amount of years have gotten a retrain, at all. And then we watched literally Rush Duel get the structure deck that we wanted, get the retrains that we wanted, get new monster support that we wanted. Which, I don't hate them. I do love the new Harpies. But also at that point, Rush Duel is very difficult to afford because it's OCG only. And there's been no updates in Duel Links for Harpies in terms of Rush Duel. So it's very much at a standstill. What do we do with Harpie? Because there is legitimately nothing that can be done right now. Like, Harpie had their biggest year last year, and it was only in Rush Duel. In Rush Duel. And they were so afraid of Featherstorm. I guess they were just afraid of what Featherstorm would do if Harpie's got more support. Which, at that point, would probably just be like Crystal Beast, Trap Trick, and others, where here comes these legacy archetypes from years ago, and then bam, here you go, new waves of support. But you notice that when they give us new waves of support, it's very little. It's 1 to maybe 5 cards, which, yeah, we would be happy for. But the consistency is where the issues lie. Because you can give a stick to a dog, but if you don't teach the dog how to use the stick, it's just gonna be there. And then when the dog has to teach itself these tricks, like they say, the saying goes, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Or I guess that's how it's supposed to be said, but it's the same thing. It's just like, you want us to know all this stuff, and then it's just like, You want consistency in your game, but you kill your game slowly. And then everyone's complaining, oh, Harpie's Featherstorm is a floodgate. But it was only 2 decks that were using it. 3, if you count the actual archetype that did have it. And then no one played Tri-Brigade or Reese, which were the only last 2 competitive archetypes that actually used Harpie's Featherstorm before the degenerate ones tried. It was successful, but no one was sitting there trying to spend over $160 for a main deck set of cards. And it, even with the reprints, yeah, that was fine, but I'm not building Primite just to play Harpie's Featherstorm. Because I thought that was really stupid. It was really bare bones. And then I think at a point, people stopped playing it. Our people were going to the Blue Eyes variant now. Just now Blue Eyes variant of it. I guess so something must be broken in Blue Eyes. That Primite wants to use it. And then Raziel has his own lineup. Because Raziel was the other archetype that used Featherstorm. It was looking at that and was like, oh, okay. So you just exceed in the cast style, you know, like, because remember, can't exceed in the Harpies only exceeds monster because that monster is a dragon wind monster. That needs 3 wind monsters for it to see summon, not 2, like they initially thought it was. No, it's 3 now. So I don't even know where to even like give you guys any advice because I don't have any. I guess it would just be a way to look at it. But then I also want to bring up like some issues that were being said in the comment section, my comment section. The comments were never posted, but there was 2 in particular. One was about information that was being spread. It wasn't information. I mean, it's kind of just plain obvious stuff to see. And like, here's the thing that I'll tell people: if I start asking for things, it isn't because I'm being offensive or it sounds like I'm being loud. I know how to be loud. But when you say calm down, yeah, don't tell nobody to calm down. When they're asking you a simple question and then they're asking you for receipts because that's very rude. That will get you blocked. Okay? So we're just going to leave that right there. Then the second thing to talk about is that there was a comment blaming Harpie Conductor. Harpie Conductor did not do this. If you're mad, be mad at Raziel and be mad at Primite. Because Harpie Conductor was, remember, when we got Harpie Conductor, some of you needed Harpie Conductor, just like I did. Because we didn't have our own Link monster. And the Link mechanic with TCG, OCG was really stupid. They should have never changed it the way they did. It literally did fuck up the game so bad. Like, if you kept Master Rule, if you introduced Master Rule 4, like it is now, instead of the revision, then the game would have been fine. It legitimately would have been fine, because you killed so many archetypes. And then on top of that, refused to give archetypes that needed a Link monster, a Link monster. Looking at Ghost Trick, because holy shit, you killed Ghost Trick. And that was so sad, because that was such a fun little archetype. And Lynx killed Ghost Trick, till Ghost Trick's got a Link. And then it was just like, even then, you tried to kill him. You literally did just kill, like, this archetype. And I feel so bad for Ghost Trick. Because I'm someone, I have all the Ghost Trick cards, and I looked and it's like, damn, they literally killed this archetype. Only then to bring out another flip archetype, and then the flip archetype doesn't use its abilities to flip. They just love spamming fusions. Yeah, I'm looking at you shit off. And then Crawlers, years later. And then it's like, alright, yeah, we get it. And then it's just like, look at Harpies. Like, Harpies have been here since day 1. And what did they do to Harpie? Completely shove it to the side so that the TCG players can scream, well, and actually, it is Gatekeeper that is the first official archetype of Yu-Gi-Oh! When, like, Harpie was right there with, like, 6 cards. And I'm only saying 6 because, I mean, do we really count Harpie's brother? Because they don't. But, I mean, we can for, like, the early lineup. It's Harpie Lady, Harpie Lady Sisters, Harpie Red Dragon, Elegant Egotist, Harpie's Feather Duster, and Scott, and Harpie's brother. You know, he's now Sky Scout, but then on top of that, but all of my spells and traps, Mirror Wall, Shadow of Eyes, because they're all essentially Harpie cards. We don't count Rosewood because we never got that card, you know, because that's anime exclusive. And Electro Whip got changed for Thunder type monsters. So there's your history lesson for Yu-Gi-Oh! Bandai had Harpies literally set up, and then Konami bought bought the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff from Bandai, and then here you go. And then every couple of years, he's suspended Harpie support. You're welcome. You're welcome. You know, it's like that little girl, that little gif of the little girl, and she has got like, the little counter. Yeah. That's Konami when it comes to Harpie. Like, here, redheaded fat child. There you go. There's your little fun. And that's what they did. Tachyon, Joey's World, Crossover Souls, Legendary Duelist Pack 4, the booster sets for Legendary Duelist Packs. There's Cyber Slash, there's Harpie's Pet Dragon, Fearsome Fire. Hey, Rush Duel. Bam, bam, bam. Alright. I don't even know what to tell you guys, because that's literally what it is. This is legit what it is. It's like, Konami hates Harpies. Will only give it to you when they've run the mill of Dark Magician and them dry. Like, they had a whole structure deck in Rush Duel. TCG? Nope. Because then you have to literally force your, in quote, influencers to actually like Harpie. And a lot of them don't. Name one. Because they're not. They're just not. And then ask the Harpie enthusiasts, the ones who play Harpies, to do it. They're not going to do that. Because name how many of us there are. I can name 4. No, I can name 5. And that includes myself. I can name names because I literally can tell you. Like, the only ones who consistently make Harpie content for, like, within the last 10 years or so. And most of them stopped because they're, like, living their dreams and their best lives, which is great. But it's like, you can tell, like, they really do miss having Harpie support. They really do. That's myself, the Ladies Man from Team Forbidden, Harpie Empress, Harpie King. And that's legitimately, I can only say 4. Goddamn, that's sad. That's it. And Konami's not going to be emailing us like, hey, you guys want to promote our Harpie structure? No. They're going to call TGS. They're going to call Team ASP. They're going to call, like, Team Gobber. They're going to call all of them. They'll probably call some of their European players. And I know one European player. And I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce your name. But I actually have followed your content. Because you're the only other Harpie player I know that plays in the meta. But has played a Harpie deck. Because I remember that time he actually played, what was it? It was the, Sarcophagus Harpie deck. Wasn't bad, it was just a lot of inconsistencies. Yeah, the Millennium Harpie, that's what it was, because they used the, like, Sarcophagus cards, and then the Yugi cards and stuff. I cannot remember his name, but I do apologize, because my French is horrible. Oh, my French is horrible. But it's just like, damn, this is a big shot in the foot. And I know a lot of people were hoping I was making the deck profile for this. I cannot make a Harpie deck profile. Because if I did, it'd probably just be bare bones as fuck. And then people would complain about it, too. Because how consistent can the deck be now? We can push all the power spells and all the power traps we want, but then this is like... yeah. It's like red flag, red flag, red flag. Oh my god, and then somebody also tried to post, like, you can just replace Featherstorm with Harpie Lady Elegance. Like, that's not how this works. You're beating around the dead bush, buddy. Just, yeah. So, I don't know what to tell you guys because I can't give you a legit answer. I guess the really thing I can just tell you is pray. Hope and pray. That's all I can tell you. Because there's really nothing else I can really help you with at this point. Yeah. But, I mean, do the best you guys can. Honestly, just do the best that you possibly can. And we'll just figure it out from there. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go because I have things to do, but yeah, it's gonna be a long ride. Like I said, I might even just like take time off and you go and just focus on other things because it'll be so much easier. So, I don't know if I'll consistently make content because hell, 16 years that hasn't been consistent either. But I guess that's just where we stand now, huh? Alright, guys. Well, thank you for listening out for this video. I do appreciate it. I mean, if I come up with something, I'll come up with something. So don't shoot me in the foot if it comes out and it's just like, damn. Alright, well, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for your support. I do appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys next time. ACJ, signing out. Take care.